Who does that? What kind of person strikes your own child with a firearm? What was it, in the head? Yeah, good Lord. But you're driving a bus around town?
Right. Today
Come on up, please. We call 20-33873 Alista Adams. That you, ma'am?
That's right.
That's you? Okay. There is a motion to revoke probation filed June 5th of 2026. This just got filed. Are you ready for that today?
No.
Okay.
What I had sent the email and asked Mrs. Ellie for was to just give me a hearing on a bond for her, because she is gainfully employed.
Yeah, I brought up on myself.
Right. She's gainfully employed, Judge, and with it being a deferred, I was going to ask the court to set her a bond. And she has
What I'm looking at, or it is my probation memo, administrative hearing filed, signed on June 3rd, ordering a motion to revoke probation that has now been filed.
Yes, sir.
Very quickly. And it's alleged she committed new offense of evading arrest or detention and assault on July 24th, darn, a year ago, by the court. Let me look at this pre-sentence report. You were placed on aggravated, deferred, or unadjudicated probation for aggravated assault. Officers met with a victim, a 15-year-old, advised she had been assaulted by her mother. Okay. Large swollen area in the front of the child's head and a small laceration in the center. The victim stated her mother, you, and sister got into a verbal argument which caused her mother to produce a handgun and start kicking everyone out of the house. As her mother was pushing her out of the house, she was hit in the head with the handgun. CPS was called to the scene and took custody of Senegal. Later interviewed at the North House, where she reiterated that her mother struck her with a handgun in the head. Let's see, your probation, the misdemeanor history, there's 30 days in jail back in a long time ago for resisting arrest, driving while license suspended in 2005. Discharge of firearm in the city, 1 year deferred probation. Go ahead. What are you asking for?
just with her being gainfully employed with it, and she said that right, with the city judge, and to help with her legal expenses, because I am retained on this case. I was hoping that the court would let my client return to work so she can meet her other obligations with me as well as to her family. And while she's incarcerated, I know she's not going to do that. And she'll tell you that she's not going to be a flight risk or anything like that. You will come to court, right?
Yes.
And I'm not asking you about the underlying offenses, but I am asking you, you are going to come to court, right?
Right.
And you do have a job, because Judge Wood, I don't want to misspeak. So you do have a job, right?
I do.
And you drive people around city of Beaumont. You work for the city of Beaumont, gainfully employed by the city of Beaumont, right? And they are trying to get you back to work to get to your routes, as I understand it, right? And you're not going to be around anybody that's going to be using drugs, fighting, or acting anywhere that's unruly. You're not going to be around any bad people, are you?
No, sir, I don't use drugs.
All right.
Hold on. That's what she's alleged to have done.
No, I'm talking.
She's alleged to have evaded arrest or detention and committed assault.
No, I'm saying while she's out on, I don't think she's.
I'm talking about but she was out on my probation and she's alleged to have done this. What difference was letting her out on bond do? Yeah. Well, that's bothersome to me, especially in light of the fact that you're on probation for striking a child with a gun. How about that? That's pretty serious. I mean, who does that? The victim in this case, what was the relationship of the victim to the defendant?
I think it was her daughter.
Yeah, a daughter. A daughter. You're shaking your head?
Uh,
You pleaded guilty under oath to it. Are you not guilty? I want to know because you pleaded guilty under oath, which would be perjurious if you lied to me
I pleaded guilty, yes, sir.
because you were guilty. That's what your document said that you pleaded under oath to. Are you taking that back?
No, sir.
I'd want to know because you want to add perjury to all this mess. I'd love to hear more. Who does that? What kind of person strikes your own child with a firearm? In the head? Yeah, good Lord. But you're driving a bus around town? Well, so none of the customers complain about what they're being charged. I'm afraid the way you deal with that. But here we are, allegation number 2 is committing the offense of assault. And what was the nature of that allegation?
It said that the offense report stated that she hit a nephew in the back of the head in front of the police officer.
Hit the nephew in the back of the head with what? Her hand?
Her fist, yes.
That's going to be likely going to be on body cam footage from that offense, Judge.
Good Lord.
So whether it's dismissed or not, the state feels like
You're on my watch here. And you're allegedly assaulting people on my watch. You're supposed to be following the rules and then evading arrest or detention. No. Failing to report. How many times she failed to report? Just once?
Well, since she's been on probation, it's been a total of 14 times.
What?
It's been a total of 14 times.
14?
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't know anything about that. That's news to me.
You ain't getting a bond.
Sir,
You're not getting a bond because I've just heard you don't report. And when I'm ordered you to report regularly, she says 14 times? Are you kidding me?
Called and rescheduled you under. I've never missed reporting. I've called and rescheduled. I did not have not come.
All right.
I've called a few times to say that you aren't, and with that assault charge, it was someone at my house that it was my niece and her husband was there. He was drinking and she did not want to give him the keys to the car.
Why did you strike your child in the head with the gun to begin with? Why did you do that, ma'am? That you're on probation for? Why'd you do that?
She said it was a gun. I did not. It was during. She said it was a gun. I had a knife and cut my own tires. They stole my car. They stole her car.
Okay, I want you to look into perjury. If she stood up before me and swore
I didn't say that. I didn't plead guilty.
that you pleaded true to intentionally and knowingly and recklessly causing bodily injury to the child by the use of a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, by striking the child in the head with said firearm. Did you do that or not?
Sir.
Okay. So what's all this, the last 2 minutes, what were you explaining to me that you didn't? Okay. Your bond is $50,000 plus a GPS device. You have to have that and you have to be at home confinement, but you can't have any contact with the victims of any of this. Do you understand? Just keeping you from making mess is hard. I want this hearing in 3 weeks.
Just with her home confinement, will she be able to go to work though, even though she's at home?
Yeah. As long as to and from in the most direct route possible. I guess the city knows of her illustrious criminal history.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Since she didn't report her original arrest to the probation department, I'm going to guess that they do not know, Judge.
They did not.
I'm sorry. You interrupted. He was speaking. You just can't follow any of the rules. This is just a quorum. I know. I get the sense when you're around your family, you're the boss and you dictate to people. It's on your terms. That must be an interesting household, but it sounds inconsistent with the kind of home life I'm used to, where it's a loving, harmless familial relationship where each person respects each other.
Meanwhile, you're striking your children with a firearm in the head, which is a second-degree felony. You're on probation for it, and you're back in front of me. All right. Can you be ready in 3 weeks?
Yes, sir. This one's manageable.
This thing
Yes, sir.
fast. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. Anything else, Langston? Anybody else?
I think that's all of my people that I'm aware of. Let's see.
Nice to meet you, Briscoe.
Is Alex Briscoe? What's Alex Briscoe?
On Alex Briscoe. Let me get my notes on here.
And then Daryl Henry? Alex Briscoe.